I represent the Southern Tier and Southern Finger Lakes, so I can personally attest to the fact of the great work that you, in your tenure here, and the state has done with our wine and craft beverage industry in recent years. I believe I have more wineries and more microbreweries in my Senate district than any other district in the state, and it's done wonders for the agricultural and tourism industries in our state. But that's really located around the Finger Lakes. And our Southern Tier has great agricultural opportunities that I think some of these programs that are talked about in here will go to help, and we need to grow on those. I would like to get a little more explanation from you on the Southern Tier Fund of $30 million to help sustain farms. And that seems to me to be in reaction to the decision not to move forward with Marcellus Shale gas exploration in New York State. Can you outline for me what the criteria is for the use of that $30 million fund?
I can tell you that we've left the specifics of that relatively vague while we analyze it. It's intentionally broad at this point, but we are looking at a number of different things. I think it's a great opportunity. You know, the result of that decision was an opportunity for us to have this discussion about the Southern Tier. But certainly we've got a lot of forest land down there. I think 69% of the land is forested down there. There's great forest industries. What do they need? What can we do there? We've got a lot of land that could be great beef pasture land. We currently are a beef deficit state. We don't produce the beef that we use in our state. We need more. That's wonderful beef land. And we're looking at how can we invest in the infrastructure that would support that and benefit many farmers, as well as how can we help a farm that has maybe lacked the capacity to change its MO or change the infrastructure it has on its farm to accommodate the next generation so that it'll be there for the next generation. Those are the broad things that we're looking at, and right now our people are furiously in the weeds trying to analyze how we do that, how we physically get that money into the area. We've been on the phone a lot with your leaders, agricultural leaders in your communities down there, and have a pretty good bunch of answers, pretty good bunch of questions to go by. But at this point, I have to ask you to stay tuned, and we'll work with you on that as we have the answers.
I have heard at least talk or discussion, and whether it's fact or myth, never really know, so I'll just ask you with regards to the $30 million that there was some talk of it being used to pay farmers to make a commitment to retain their land as farmland for a certain period of time and give them $500 per acre or something like that. Is that part of what's being discussed?
Well, that's one of the ideas in the realm of possibility is a payment per acre in return for an easement, a temporary easement on the land.
And how long of an easement's being discussed?
You know, numbers are ranging right now. Nothing's been decided, but I think we're looking at 20 to 25 years because that's a generation on a farm in my book.
It is. What restrictions are being considered on that? Would oil and gas exploration be permitted under such a lease with that money being given?
I can't get into any of the details of it because they haven't been known yet. Not because I don't know them, but we haven't gotten that.
Because certainly many farmers across the Southern Tier were holding out hope for natural gas exploration. Many had leases that paid far and above $500 per acre for only a 2-year period, and not a 20 to 25-year period.
Sure.
This fund seems to be some acknowledgement of the desperation in the Southern Tier, particularly with farmland, as farmers continue to go bankrupt or sell off their land to be able to pay their property taxes year after year. It's becoming a very urgent problem. And with our great agricultural base in New York, I want to see that we do all we can to do that. But you know, basically their hope was eviscerated with the collapse of the going forward with the Marcellus Shale exploration. Which would have gone far further than any $30 million fund in this. And to say that we're going to put $30 million to the Southern Tier seems insignificant in the amount of what other options could have been, not that they're under your purview, but then to come out and say we're going to spend $50 million at the New York State Fairgrounds, it seems short shrift again to the southern tier, and I'll just leave it at that. Thank you.